Hello, my captivating Cancers. How are you, my loves? I hope you're good. If you're returning, thank you very much. I really am grateful that you share your time with me, because it means a lot. Time is valuable. Time is really a gift that doesn't include anything material, or it's a gift of yourself, and you are very valuable. So I really appreciate that you share that with me. And if you're new here, welcome in. Thank you as well. If you like what you see, please feel free to like, share and subscribe, because my intention is to help as many people as I can. Before I share with you your symbol this month, I just want to give you a heads up that the first 10 subscribers who email me get a free reading. Any subject you want. Okay? So, let's see your symbol. Safe and happy travel. Where are you going? Protection from harm when journeying. That could also be an internal trouble. Like you to stretch your mind a bit. So, let's see. But just know that wherever you travel this month, you're safe. You're safe to do it. You're safe to dare. Fantasy, imagination, conception and daydreams. And it is a horse. So you are safe to travel. Love that. Processing energies, an adjustment period, and settling of energies. Yep. And hindsight, 2020. Oh, wasn't that fun? Lessons learned, realisation and discernment. There's always something. There's always something that you wouldn't have if you didn't go through hardship. There's always something to be grateful for, because if you hadn't gone through that, you wouldn't have it. And that's one of my life philosophies. Is, you know, when people say, if you could go back in time, where would you go? What would you do? I would never go back in time. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see my grandmother and my father. I would just, it almost brings tears to my eyes. My horse and my pets. I would love to see those. But I know they're there. I know they're there. And if I went back in time, I wouldn't want to, because all the challenges, all the turmoil, all the great times, they've made me who I am. And I tell you what, I like who I am. It's taken me a lot of work to like who I am. So why would I want to go back? I've got hindsight. I learned things that I wouldn't have learned. And I'm grateful for that. So this month, you are safe to daydream and imagine and lie on the grass and look at the clouds and take the time out to process what you've learned from the past, it's a real, it is a real adjustment period. It is a real settling of energies when you go back and you release pain by really looking for the gifts. That's how you process the energy of pain, is to accept that, allow yourself to feel it rather than deny it or hide it or suppress it, and look at what you've got from it and thank it and let it go. It's not impossible, and you're safe to do that. All right, as usual, my loves, I am going to lay these out and then we'll go through them. Awakening. Don't you love spirit? I love spirit. I just love spirit. Look at her hand. That's healing. Awakening is when you, for those who are religious, you go to heaven and you're asked to recount your life. And you get to realise what your role was. And you get to see it from a bigger picture. And you get to heal yourself. And you get to forgive others. So this is the overall message for you this month. And you're safe to do that. All right. We have the Ten of Voices. Voices are swords. Inspiration is wands. Material is pentacles. And emotions are cups. Just for those tarot aficionados. So we've got the Ten of Voices, the Knight of Emotions, Four of Materials, hanging on to stuff, Three of Inspiration, I love that card, Eight of Inspiration, moving forward, baby, Seven of Inspiration, Seven of Materials, Eight of Materials, Nine of Inspiration, World, and the Muse of Emotions. This is beautiful. This is just, it's warm. It's just warm. But you've got a few things to get through to get there. Recently, you've decided to move forward. Something's happened. And you're like, right, I've got the message, I'm on this, I'm moving forward. You've got a bit of current energy, which is the wounds that we were talking about, the things that have held you captive and suspended in pain based on other people's opinions and sayings and what they've told you and what they've placed on you, and the truth that you've accepted but isn't really your truth to accept. It's their beliefs that you have taken on as truth. And that's what, if you look at cards and then look at that, if you use this pain to move forward, that's the direction you want to go. Because ultimately, the foundation of all of this is wanting to really walk your own path, really go your own way. And once you take the step through the door, you will see the dominoes just fall. They will lay out before you. You might not see all of them, like around the corner or over the hill, but they will make a path for you to follow. That's the foundation. And that's what you kind of want. You want to know, if I let go of this stuff, if I daydream and really step into the process of going deeper and forgiving and healing and all of that, will I then know where to go? Will I then know how to handle it? Will I then fall off a cliff, or will there be something to keep me going on the next step? There will be something to keep you going on the next step. You're kind of breaking through barriers at the moment, and it's taking a lot of strength for you to do that. You're putting your energy, there's a lot of energy in these cards, a lot of effort in these cards to move forward, and you're really doing what you need to do, and it's with your whole heart. It's like daydreaming, stepping into reality, and you are letting it break free. You are pushing aside the barriers that have held you captive, and you're really moving forward. This is you, the Knight of Emotions. It's letting yourself feel your worth, and not having to protect everybody else and look after everybody else. Now you get to look after yourself. You get to allow yourself to feel your own feelings and move forward with that. The challenge for you is overcoming the need to hang on to everything, because in this, if you look at it, it's roses. Now, you might think that if you walk through this door, you've got to leave what you love behind. But this is what I'm talking about. You take what is working for you and you leave what doesn't. So in this case, leave the thorns. Those are the lessons. That's the hindsight. I don't need to grab the thorns to have the rose. I can just hold the rose gently and let the thorns, they're lessons. I've learnt that. Thank you very much. The pain of doing that has taught me that I can have this without that. So I'll leave that and I'll take this with me. This is the lesson. That was the pain. So this is the challenge for you, to realise that and to move forward. You understand, Seven of Materials, that it's going to take time. It took you a long time to learn all the shit that you need to now unlearn, and it's going to take time, but at least you can see you're going in the right direction. See the roses that are lying down. Now that you've learnt this lesson, you know just to pick up the rose and not to pick up the thorns. So you're using the past to grow something beautiful, like a bouquet, moving forward. It's and you've got the Eight of Materials, which is talking about working. This is patience and developing and growing, and this is working, taking action to produce what you want. So here you're taking action by picking up the lessons that you've learned and using those to create something more beautiful. Here's where you're actually doing the creating. You're arranging the flowers the way they work best for you, the way it looks beautiful for you. You are then being the creator of what you want in your life, what's important and beautiful to you. The Nine of Inspiration is all about healing, and it's again, it looks to me like the emergence from a flower when you bloom, and it's breaking out of all the old wounds. It's like, here's the blossoming of all the things you've been working for, and that right there, that there turns the wheel and ends the cycle. This is the end of the major arcana. It's a big deal. This month for you isn't just about daydreaming, it's actually about pushing through all the shit that's suspended you up until now and ending the cycle so that you can then be your own muse, own inspiration, own emotional stability, own emotional support. And see how they're back to back? It's like, I've got your back. This is, I've got your back. Knowing that within yourself, you have enough emotional stability and support from the lessons you've learned to cope with anything. Beautiful. This is, my love, your great awakening. Happy March. I love you lots. I will talk to you soon, and I hope this helps. Much love.